This is SCTG on WDC Radio. You are now listening to What's the Count Radio. Stay tuned for more information on LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Welcome to WDC Radio. I'm your host. I am WDC, aka Farron Dozier. I want to thank you for tuning in this morning. I got a great show for you. Excuse me. It's more sickle cell awareness, lupus awareness. I got a special guest. My voice.
Are you alright?
Excuse me. And I got my co-host here, Diana. So just stay tuned. Powerful show. This is my theme song. It's on iTunes. Man. What is this? Live radio, huh? This is my theme song with Curtis Blow, Young Ice, IG the Great, on iTunes, 99 cents. Instrumental version also. First verse is Curtis Blow for you NBA fans. Check it out.
Basketball is my favorite sport. You know I like the way they dribble up and down the court, fast and slow. 25 years ago to WDC, and it's me, your man Curtis Blow. From Dr. J to Michael Jordan to Kevin Durant, who leads the whole league in scoring. This is Wayne Wade down in Miami, making a name. I love this game. To the NBA Hall of Fame, slam dunks, alley-oops, and the give and go. Vince Carter, Superman, and my man Carmelo and Rondo over in Boston with the big three, captivating audiences across the country and ruling the world like LeBron the King. I say, man, Kobe sure has a lot of rings. That's my thing, not for the bling in the amount. It's the NBA Finals, so what's the count?
Now that I got my voice situated here. Alright, so this is the WDC Movement, What's the Count Radio. We're streaming live. You can go to New York Talk Live and Atlanta Talk Live. We're streaming live right now, so check those two stations out. Powerful show coming up. Second verse right here, this is Young Ice.
So tell me what's the count? Had Jerry run a route and Montana throw it out. Atwater make him sober when the back try to bounce. So I'm flipping through the channels as the bulls where I'm out. Joined over 40 enemies, closed mouth. So I'm ESPN, they bury like a mouse. Scan through the rivals, playoff idol. He'll make all enemies suicidal. Similar to Marshall Falk, a quick bouncer. Scanning on the fast, all you hear is the announcer. Then competition, so the crowd scream louder. Then he realized Roger Craig is a founder. So he sits on the defender around. As Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hooks him out. Magic with a pass, so the Lakers straight clowning. All I wanna know is homeboy, what's the count?
And also on the second half of the show, I have a very, very special guest here representing Lupus LA. She's gonna be here sharing about what Lupus LA is up to in the community. So stay tuned for that. But on the first half hour, got Kimberly House from the House Foundation. She's up next.
In the ring, all my life I've been a fighter. Greatest upset in history, know that the sports fighter. Put me in the Olympics, I'm guaranteed I'm the torchlighter. Provider of all the lyrics that are blowing scorch fire. I'm in the locker room, getting my hands taped. Thinking speed of a cheetah, the strength of a man 8. I'm feeling bad what I'm about to do to this man face. But he the opponent, so I'm on the loss I can't take. Hands like Mayweather, swag like Ali. You think you way better, homie, than I see. And then I think they call me Hitman, Tommy Hearn. And y'all be biting like Tyson, I learn. And I don't gotta be flashy in front of the camera. All I do is show my warrior hard like Evander. Never been knocked out, but I've been knocked down. Long as I make it to the next round, what's the count?
Alright, so this is from my sickle cell community, and also, you know, anybody who's out there listening. June 19th is Sickle Cell World Day, so we're gonna have a huge campaign. 100 million tweets is what we're going for on June 19th. So if you want to, please follow me at IamWDC. And I'll keep giving you updates about that. But it's June 19th, it's World Sickle Cell Day. We're doing 100 million tweets, bringing awareness to sickle cell and sickle cell disease. So please stay tuned for that. Man, I got a great show. I got y'all here taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah. Memorable times, baby.
Got to get it in the moment. So this is WDC Radio. Again, we're streaming live on New York Talk Live and Atlanta Talk Live. You can check us out on TuneIn Radio. You can go to iTunes Radio under R&B and Ustream.tv under LA Talk Live. And just tune in and listen. We got some very powerful conversations special guest co-host today. Just bringing it to you live, as you can tell, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Me. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break, few seconds, station identification break. LA Talk Live. We're more than just talk. Reality radio, all right?
No doubt, no doubt.
All right, so we'll be right back. Thank you.
Suffer from degenerative diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, fibroid tumor, high cholesterol, genital herpes, or a plethora of other diseases that rob you of a quality life? If so, then visit the website of herbalist Tahuti Ma'atra at dhealthstore.com and open the door to natural healing at an affordable price. dhealthstore.com has over 1,800 products created by herbalist Tahuti Ma'atra, specifically designed to help you heal the natural and safe way. At dhealthstore.com, you'll find everything from herbal formulas and cleanses, such as Tahuti's famous full body detox, as well as herbal teas, extracts, natural body butters, lotions, creams, children's product, hair care products, and of course, sexual enhancement products for both men and women. So visit the website of Tahuti Ma'atra, dhealthstore.com, or call toll free at 1-888-823-9416, dhealthstore.com.
Hi, this is Susie Pruden. And yes, you've seen me on Oprah, Good Morning America, and The Today Show. And I'm inviting you to join me every Monday from 3 to 4 for my new show, Mastermind Live. Join us as we introduce you to the new thought leaders of the world who will inspire you, support you, and guide you to your next level. So don't forget to tune into Mastermind Live exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Welcome back to WDC Radio. Again, I'm your host. I am WDC. This is a community outreach show created to bring more awareness to our causes and what matters to us in life. So my cause, my platform is sickle cell trait. I advocate for sickle cell trait and the sickle cell disease, but I have passions in life. My veteran community, lupus, bullying, mental health. So I'm here to bring some conversation around
music, sports.
Music. Oh yeah, don't forget music, sports, all that, right?
Health,
but
right.
Today is conversation about lupus.
Right.
So I have my co-host here, Diana, and she hosted WDC Movement with me on the Blog Talk Radio, and then we moved it here. So thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having me as a host. It feels so great to be back. And hello, world. I love you, and I love me.
Thank you. And so we're going to talk about lupus today, some serious community topics about issues about lupus. So
definitely.
And we got some representatives out here too that's going to help us expand that conversation. So how did you get involved, Diana, with lupus? Please
yeah,
let
most
them know.
definitely. My mom got diagnosed in 2006. That's when my life changed, and I'm still dealing with it. You know, it's any kind of disease. I mean, life in general is just really challenging. But when you add on top of that, you know, something that is really unknown like lupus, it's very challenging. It plays a big role. It's an impact on the body, mind, and soul. So basically, you know, after that, I think a year ago I did Landmark and did a project on lupus, and that really changed my life. Just as far as like getting through to the community on this project was a success. We teamed up with Lupus LA. Yeah. You weren't here when we teamed up, but it's all good, you know. So yeah, that's how I got started. So I'm excited. I'm all about, you know, environmental, like natural, holistic wellness type of modalities, which I haven't heard of any other, you know, anything out there like myself. So definitely want to bring that awareness, just a self-realization, self-awareness to the community.
And from a daughter's point of view, how is that living with lupus?
Wow, seriously, like it's tough, and I can relate a lot to Kimberly House and Kimberly Dansby. They have daughters, but they're much younger.
Yeah.
And I just seeing them and hearing them, they have so much strength. I'm a really emotional person. I'm so sensitive, and I feel it. So it's been tough. My mom doesn't really open up, but luckily I have the community where I can actually open up myself and then gather information and then be creative and innovative with what I do with it. So that's what I'm about, So
Right.
I feel like I'm in the middle between my mother, her disease, and then like myself, and then the community. I'm kind of like the bridge, if you will.
Right.
So, and the voice, obviously, but I have so much passion for humanity in general, but you can only imagine even more so with the lupus community.
Exactly.
So I want everyone just to feel well, even with living with this, and just be empowered and self-empowered and self-realized, even with this, because it's been tough, man. Like just seeing my mom, like not be able to get up in the morning, or just not the same as she used to be. It's a tough vision. It's a tough experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
No doubt.
Okay,
Thanks for asking.
Thank you. Now for my special guest, Kimberly House. Welcome to the show. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I'm happy to be here.
So please introduce yourself to the listeners.
My name is Kimberly House. I'm the founder of the House Foundation. We are co-sponsored by Lupus LA as well. I have lupus. I'm a lupus survivor. And this is my whole reason for starting the foundation, is to create the awareness, find out, help people learn and discover if they have lupus or if someone they know is living with the symptoms of lupus, to kind of intervene before it gets to, a point, where you can't control it.
Right.
I hope to meet people, interact with people, and give them the hope that I felt like I needed when I was at the low point.
Right.
To get in there and just show them that there are things that you can do. There are things that you can learn, people that you can talk to. There's a support system out there.
Right.
Even if you don't have it within your home, reach out to me.
Right.
I mean, I have a lot of people in the support groups that are very supportive. And we all help each other. So I just kind of hope to be that person and bring about others that can reach out directly to the community, to people, to specific individuals that are, struggling with lupus or thinking that they might have it.
Right. Now I know with sickle cell, it affects everybody different. So in your words, what does lupus mean to you?
Well, the definition of lupus is a chronic autoimmune illness that can affect any part of your body, including your skin.
Right.
That's the definition. Lupus is so much more than that.
It's so grand.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not really something that you can describe. I don't even think just within this show.
Right.
But it for me personally, I can tell you that it has affected my skin. It has affected my hair. I've had a tremendous amount of hair loss.
Yeah.
My joints, today my ankle's swollen. I used to like to wear heels all the time. I hardly ever do that anymore.
Yeah.
Just mainly the main things are the joints, swelling, the pain, the fatigue, and next would probably be the hair loss and the rashes, which I've had some control over by the grace of God. But in a nutshell, it's the joints, swelling, the joint pain, very arthritis-like.
Yeah.
To sum it up.
When were you first diagnosed with lupus?
I was diagnosed in December of 2005. I was 25 years old. It was actually like a week or two before Christmas.
Right.
What a great Christmas present. Wow. But it changed my life in so many ways. I would say the first year or two was very difficult. It was the lowest point ever in my life.
Yeah.
As far as my health, even my mental. It was horrible. But making it through that, being at such a low point, and you come out of it and you get through, it makes you like I think I'm 10 times stronger than I was before, being, through all of that.
Now, did you have any symptoms before you were diagnosed?
Before, the things that I can remember, now being diagnosed and learning so much about it and looking back,
Yeah.
I noticed that I would be more tired than everyone else, especially after a day out at the beach or in the sun or something like that. Um, I noticed that I would have swelling in my knees, but I just thought, I mean, I worked in retail, so I was on my feet all day. So I just assumed, just
Right.
standing
Wear and
up all day.
tear, right?
Yeah. I didn't think it, anything of it. And that's the thing, is that I hope that people realize that you might have it. I mean, not to scare anyone or
Right.
anything, but just to make people aware. You might think it's just, a swollen joint, a swollen elbow, or, just a little rash, put some makeup over, not a big deal. And you just still go out in the sun not knowing that you're doing yourself more harm.
Right.
So a lot of the time, when I had it, or, at least I'm thinking that I had it, I probably was harming myself more, just laying out in the sun, doing whatever I thought I could. And then being diagnosed and learning, wow, there were so many things that I probably could have done to prevent things from getting worse.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna let you ask a question in a second.
Go for
A few people you interviewed, they say that there was something that may have triggered it. Like yours maybe sound like environment, but mental stress. Was there something that happened traumatic before, like
Having
around
a
that time?
baby, it's pretty traumatizing.
Was that around the
to your
same
body.
time?
Well, I noticed that when I was pregnant, I did get a really bad rash, like on my legs. And again, when you're pregnant, you think so many things probably happen to your body. But I've learned too that, that's a traumatizing thing for your body to go through. And pregnancy normally brings about the flare up.
Yeah.
Or maybe the first, flare up, because it's such a stressful event for your body.
Right.
For me, I don't know. I know that I worked a lot. I worked 60, 70 hours a week sometimes. But that was just me. That was just what I did. I'm always just go, go, go. But my body, I think it took a toll on that. And the signs started to show up at my knees and everything like that.
Okay. Dinah, you have any questions?
Well, I just want to know more about that when you were pregnant. How was your mental stability? Because a lot of things, or actually, let me ask you this. Do you think that it's related, like lupus can be related to our emotional state, our mental state, our physical? It's not just physical. Do you think it's related to other triggers?
I really think that's probably like 80% of it.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that you have to be more, you need to be more mentally aware. You need to be more positive. You need to, there's certain spiritual aspects of it that you need to be in tune with. And stress, the number one thing, that's the number one factor for triggering a lupus flare-up is stress, besides, also the sun. But I think that if you are in tune with yourself, meditating helps tremendously for me. Sometimes going to church, praying, being around people who are positive, people that are uplifting, people that are in your life that want to help you do better, feel better on a daily basis. You should feel good about life every day. Right. Even if you're having a bad day, feel good about yourself, feel good. And that helps so much, starting from the inside, way down at the bottom, feel good about yourself. And it helps so much on the outside. Yeah.
Now, I do notice that a lot of people that have lupus, to include my mother, you are all high achievers, like to the max, you know what I mean? Where you wear many hats, whether you're a man or woman. And I feel like there's this strength that you're talking about, like that comes from you, but you're also very kind and compassionate. And so, do you feel like that kind of, you're welcome, that's real talk. And so do you feel like now, so how is your life before and how is your life now? Like before you had lupus?
Well, before I had lupus, everything was completely different. I mean, I was a single mom, which is hard. Yeah. Is really hard. So, but for me, it was just life. I was just living life. Right. I take her to school, I go to work, deal with work, come, pick her up, come home, make dinner, have dinner, on the weekends, hang out with my friends, that was just life for me. And I was doing a lot though. Imagine being a single mother working 60, 70 hours a week and then, coming home trying to, relax. That never happened, but it was just how it was. Life, It was just life. And then, when I was diagnosed with lupus, I was in denial at first. It was just like, how can you tell me all of a sudden that oh, you can't be in the sun, you can no longer do things like you used to, basically just change your whole lifestyle. And I was just like, yeah, right. Do you know me?
Right.
You know who I am? Like, I've been doing this for a while. Like, you don't know me.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I continue to do everything the same.
Yeah.
I really didn't take my medicine. I was still in the sun, and I definitely paid the price. And I think with anything in life, like whether it's an addiction, whether it's a disease, whether it's whatever, you go through denial at first,
Yeah,
and that's what I went through. When I look back, I look at the stages that I went through. I was first in denial, then I was angry.
Yeah.
Angry, like, who was I to be angry at? I don't know, but
Right.
I was just like, why me, you know, and I didn't look at it in a positive way. You can't. It's hard to.
It's human nature, I would say, because I went through the same denial stage myself. And I know my mom's kind of going through stages. So it's really important that we are discussing this, because there are stages that you go through. And this is why we have this support group, the House Foundation. So we can actually be real with each other and like let go, because it actually feels great
You
once
need
you.
to.
Yes. So for instance, like, what about depression? I mean, I know my mom is going through that too, because you go to denial, then angry, then you go down to like depression, dude, because then the reality hits you like, yo, like, what?
You know what? I've been diagnosed since 2005.
Yeah.
I still go through that. So it's not something that, you can take lightly and say, oh, it's going to happen. You'll get over it. Just think positive. No, it's not that
work.
easy. It does. It takes a lot of work and a lot of practice.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had to see a psychiatrist for my depression, for my anxiety, because it's just imagine I don't know, I have lupus. I don't know if you guys have dealt with any type of,
discomfort, like in the body.
Yeah,
like absolutely.
Where you feel every day, I'm going to be positive today. And then something hits you, you can't even get out of bed. Or, your friends are hanging out and you want to go out. That's what you do. You want to go see your friends, hang out, see, friends you haven't seen in a while, and your body just won't let you. Or you go and you're so tired. Everybody's like,
what's wrong with you?
Yeah, like she too good to hang out with her. No, not really. I'm really tired, and it's something that no matter what you do, from the time you wake up, not even till the time you go to sleep, because it's while you're trying to sleep, you're dealing with it all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, to this day, it's something that I still struggle with. When I can't sleep at night because I'm in pain, just last night or something, it's something that I'm dealing with on a daily basis, and it makes me depressed. But at this point in my life, it's how I'm handling that depression. I just look at it dead on. I face it, I realize it, I see it, I don't deny it. I realize what's going on with my body and everything, but I just don't let it bring me down. I just start thinking about something else, pray about something, talk to somebody positive, just do something that will turn your thoughts around.
Now, you mentioned earlier about medication. Would you share like any medications you're on of your experience with the lupus, because there's no cure for lupus. So
before that, I actually want to go into the distinction of lupus, because when you look on the internet, there's not much like detail. There's only like, oh, these are the basic symptoms. But what lupus is also, what I get is that your body is attacking itself. So basically, like, just for the record, like, the immune system is overstimulated. So it's not like you can take some vitamins or take some echinacea. I was talking to Kimberly Dansby, and I think I mentioned it to you before. You can't do certain things regular people can. So it's very like opposite. So that battle, I want to talk more about that.
Well, I heard someone describe it as imagine if you're at war and you have the police or whatever, team A and team B, and we're supposed to be fighting against each other, when all of a sudden team A starts fighting itself. That's how lupus is. It starts attacking your healthy tissues, when it's supposed to be fighting off bacteria and virus. That's why if you have lupus and you get an infection, it's so hard to fight off, because your body, can't distinguish between the good and the bad cells in your body. So it has a lot to do with just your immune system. And sometimes when you take things like echinacea, it helps it boost it, overact, and sometimes it's hurting you. So, things like echinacea you're not supposed to take. They say garlic. I've read that, but I love garlic and everything. I still I still eat it, but to each its own. Lupus is so
It's
different
Yeah.
that you should sometimes kind of play with things and see. If I wouldn't say try echinacea because I haven't heard anything good about that,
Yeah.
but things like garlic, it's in a lot of food.
Right.
Try a little bit here and there and notice your body and the differences and see what happens.
Yeah, be conscious of you, be aware, because it's true. Some people can eat beets, or like my mom, she's so picky with her food. That's a challenge that I'm having with my mother. It's just food right now, because like you
Yeah.
said earlier in your story and your experience, my mom's kind of doing the same things that she did before. And I actually was reading on the internet of certain things that cause mucus in the body, which
Right.
therefore causes inflammation, et cetera, et cetera. Well, one of the major food ingredients is eggs. Eggs causes mucus, and that's major in our everyday life.
Yeah.
And then to go deeper on that, being more humanitarian, like then we look at how the chickens are being raised and how they're being tortured as animals, and all these different farm institutions that are just not being. I'm just reading so much about that because I feel like all of that environmentally has an effect on this disease.
You know what?
Yeah, when we eat
and it all does, but I hate to scare people and
Right,
you can't eat
right,
this, you can't
right,
have this, you can't.
right.
Honestly, I like to live life. I like to
Yes.
live life to the fullest, and I might go home after here and go have some fried chicken.
And
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Pay for it later
And
on,
some-
right?
And some eggs and
Just
whatever.
pay
You
for
know
it
what I
later.
mean?
It's
But I
worth
mean,
it.
I am conscious. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't overdo anything, and if I know it's bad for me, then I probably won't have. If I have any at all, I'll probably have a little bit
Yeah.
of whatever it might be. But you do have to face it and realize it and try to change a lot. But you also, don't stop enjoying life. You should still enjoy life. That's one of the main things with the House Foundation. I want people to realize that you need to come in contact with you, who you are, how things affect you personally. Don't read on the internet and go so much into, scaring yourself
Right.
about everything. Educate yourself. Learn from everyone, but don't scare yourself away. I mean, I did that when I was first diagnosed. That first year, 2 years, I was just like too much on the internet. Everything was deadly. I even
Yeah.
sat down with a friend of a friend who had lupus, and I took notes, came and brought my little notebook and everything. And she's had the worst of the worst case where she had 2 hip replacements, a shoulder replacement. She couldn't see. She had to wear dark sunglasses. It was just so much that it overwhelmed me. So
Yeah.
I don't want people to get overwhelmed by thinking, oh my God, now I can't have eggs. Now I can't. Still live life, but just more
Pay
healthy.
attention.
Pay
Pay
attention.
attention to what you're up to.
Organic
Right.
is important.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Absolutely. Organic is very key. And I like what you said, Kimberly, because it's true. It's not easy to make that change, that shift like right away.
No, not at all.
It really isn't. So we're just want to keep it real authentic to the self, and, just to make sure that, again, I think balance, also knowing, okay, like maybe out of the whole year, I'll have not so much of this specific thing that I really enjoy, but I will have it because there is a cause and effect regardless. It's happening. I think in one of the shows on LA Talk Live, they talked about that 80-20. There's always a cause and effect. So just being aware, knowing that you're supported, definitely the House Foundation. I mean, when we went to I went to a support group, fantastic.
Yeah.
I actually want to talk about, do we still have time?
Well, I'm gonna take a quick
Okay.
break.
All
We're
right,
gonna
you got
come
it.
back because I gotta
I heard the
bring
music.
Megan on the line. Megan here. So this is WDC Radio. I'm your host. I'm WDC. Diana,
Yeah.
Kimberly. We're talking about lupus. Any questions? You could call in 323-247-7443 if you have any questions. We're gonna take a quick break and bring on my other guest here for the second half hour. Lupus awareness, y'all.
Nice.
Hi, this is Susan Levin, owner and founder of Speaker Services, inviting you to join me and co-host Jean Noel Bassiar on Monday evenings, 5 p.m. Pacific, for our new show, Talk Up Your Business, Speak Your Way to More Profits. We'll be talking to you about how to use your expertise to grow your business or service through speaking. Our expert speakers and author guests will share their stories and success secrets with you. Don't forget to tune in to Talk Up Your Business Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific, exclusively on latalklive.com You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream.tv. Reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Yeah, it's your boy DJ Deezy, inviting you to join me every Monday night at 8 p.m. for our new show, Keeping It Real with the Cousins, exclusively on LA Talk Live, Monday nights at 8. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio or watch us on Ustream TV Monday nights at 8. Reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Are you ready to enjoy the Maui lifestyle? You can have it all by owning real estate on the Paradise Island of Maui. Dennis Rush, a 22-year Maui resident and real estate broker, brings his wealth of experience and market knowledge to add value to your Maui real estate understanding, providing a level of service as unique and exceptional as the island of Maui itself. The magical island of Maui was voted the most exclusive resort island in the world by Condé Nast Traveler, and keep in mind, Maui is only a simple, non-stop flight away. Hawaii Business Magazine Top 100 Realtors awarded Dennis Rush the 2011 fourth top realtor on the island of Maui. Go to www.dennisrush.com to view all of the amazing properties currently available in the Maui MLS system. Whatever your needs or desires, Dennis Rush will provide a private consultation for any Maui properties your heart desires. You will be in good hands. Once again, go to www.dennisrush.com. That's www.dennisrush.com. Contact Dennis today to start your Maui lifestyle now. Dennis Rush, proud sponsors of the Dawn Christie Show and LA Talk Live.
Classic.
Welcome back to WDC Radio. I'm your host. I am WDC. We're having a lupus conversation. In case you missed it, we had Kimberly House here sharing her information with her organization, the House Foundation. My co-host Diane is here talking about lupus and her mom, how she's affected by lupus.
Right.
But now we're going to take it to the other side of the lupus community. We're going to go to Megan here. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So you work at Lupus LA.
I do.
How did you get involved with Lupus LA?
Actually, I think I got really lucky, and I think it was meant to be. I actually didn't know very much about lupus before I started. A year ago, I was living in Utah. I'm originally from Southern California, but I went to school there, stayed, worked, and I was itching to come back. And so my husband and I were just like, let's just go. We're just going to go see what happens. And I saw the job posting online, and I'm an event coordinator. That's my title at Lupus LA. And so I've always thought it would be great to be able to use my party planning skills for good, you know, instead of just for money or whatever. So when I saw the job posting, I was like, oh, perfect. I got a call that same afternoon from my now boss, and it just went from there. We did a Skype interview because I was still in Utah, and it just worked out. And as soon as I got here, I started, and that was almost a year ago, like right now, that was happening a year ago. So And at that point, all I had known about lupus was that Howie from the Backstreet Boys had a sister who had lupus.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
that's all I knew. I didn't even really know what it meant. And luckily, that wasn't like a criteria to get into the job.
Right.
But since that time, I feel like even the other day, we were making a video for our upcoming event, and we were interviewing people. Like, I'm always learning. And there's, so, like what Kimberly was saying before, there's so much to lupus. And I feel like I'm grateful. Like, I get to learn and meet these wonderful people and hear their wonderful stories and see their strength. Like, it's just so inspiring. I love it.
So how is it working for that organization?
It's great. We actually, we have a small team. People are kind of surprised. Like, we have 5 staff. And so that's it.
Yeah.
But we have a great board of directors. We have great volunteers who help do all of our support groups and with all of our workshops and conferences that we put on for patients and their families. So really, it's like, I feel like it's this big family. And people are really supportive and passionate. And that's something that I had missed before, in other jobs.
Right.
Like, it's such a marked difference here. People's passion really drives them. And I think that's what makes Lupus LA such a success. And I think that's what's going to help us keep growing and spreading awareness and, keep getting people come into our fold, basically.
Right. Now, when you meet people living with lupus, how are you left? Like, when you go home and you digest that, like, how do you digest that, like, mentally?
Yeah, that's a great question. Friday, we were making this video, and we interviewed 2 patients, and they're actually both, like, pediatric patients. One was a 10-year-old girl and her mom, and the other was, like, a 16-year-old girl and her parents. And when I was driving home, that's what I was thinking about. Right. I was just like, wow. Like, how would it feel to be 8 years old, get diagnosed, and the girl now she's 10, and she's still and she was so smart, like you don't really see 10-year-olds like that, but right. I think she had to grow up a little bit faster because of what she was going through. And her mom also has lupus. Like, it was really interesting story. When the video's up, like, I'll let you guys know, and we'll tweet it and Facebook it and stuff. But
so how did you deal with that drive home? Like,
yeah, well, I cried there. I cried while they were talking because they were crying, and it was just like,
it's touching.
But it was just like inspiring. It's just like, wow, if they can do this and be this strong, like, I can do this.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah, like, let's learn from this power and this strength that comes from maybe what some see as a negative thing, from suffering, but it doesn't have to be that way. That's what I think.
And that's what I share in my sickle cell community, because they think that disease defines them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. Like, you can be a whole different person.
Yeah.
That's just something that you live with.
Definitely.
So, you have any questions for her?
I do. I have a question. What do you guys focus on mostly at LA Lupus? I had the privilege of working with them in 2012. We did a wellness day.
Elise.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, Elise. Is Elise still there? I love her.
You know what? She's not.
What? She's not.
Because she has been sick.
Yeah.
So she had to kind of take a leave, but we still talk, and we still, like, keep her in the loop, and we love her.
Yeah,
we love
brilliant.
Elise.
Speaking of brilliance, she's another brilliant mind and a beautiful person.
Definitely.
So what do you guys focus at LA Lupus?
We kind of
Lupus LA.
We have a few different things we focus on all at once.
Yeah. Let's hear about it.
We really want to spread awareness about lupus because people don't know what it is. I feel like the more I've been telling people what I do, the more I hear, oh, my cousin has lupus, my aunt has lupus, and I'm like,
real talk, yeah.
See? But at the same time, people are like, oh, is that whatever, like, just all these bizarre things. I'm like, no, let me tell you what it is, so and then you can tell people.
Yes.
So awareness is a big mission of ours, and we do that a lot through our events. We try and reach out to celebrities in Hollywood and we're actually just about to launch our ambassador program to try and get that out more, get the message out of what lupus is, and just get people on board. We also work a lot on raising money for research, and we work with the Lupus Research Institute, which is like one of the only nonprofits that focus on new research into lupus. We still don't know what the cause is. We don't have a cure. And the LRI grants people, actually, to start the basic research, so then it can get funded by the National, I think, Institute of Health, the NIH.
Yeah, the NIH.
So great work. And we've ended up working with doctors there. They're like, oh, I got a grant from the LRI. So it's like coming full circle for us. And then last but definitely not least is all of the patient programs, all of the support groups. We participate in 10 support groups all throughout Southern California, not just in LA. And we do like the wellness day. We do patient conferences in the fall, and it's free. And we have great supporters and great sponsors who help make it so you can come and learn more about the latest on lupus, learn more about treatments, talk to a doctor one-on-one that maybe you wouldn't be able to have access to otherwise. So awareness, patience, and research. That's what we do.
That's beautiful.
So I know Lupus LA is your job, but what about you, like personally? Like, what do you care about that's out in the world?
I definitely care about that. I also care about like mental health, because I think that people with, psychiatric illness or whatever people want to call it, a brain disorder, I think that also
PTSD.
has right, exactly. Bipolar, depression, things like that. I think that also has a really big stigma out in the world. And I know, just like we're trying also to do a lot of advocacy. I know that like NAMI, the mental health, all of those kind of organizations are doing the same kind of thing. So that's another. I feel like they're related. They both have like insurance problems and hurdles they have to go through. So
they're a lot related.
A lot of soldiers with PTSD don't want to be identified because they don't want that stigma of that mental.
And that's sad.
The mental states.
Well, also with the masculine energy, you have the pride going on and stuff like that. There's a lot of pride going on with humanity right now, which is epic. Which it's pretty toxic, but
definitely.
I wanted to ask you a question about the owner of Lupus. Like, who's a founder? Like, tell me more about that background.
Yeah.
Who doesn't he have lupus, I think? Or
well, actually, our founder is Dr. Daniel J. Wallace, and he actually works at Cedars-Sinai. And Lupus LA started in 2000, and he actually right at the beginning he got Adam Selkowitz, who's our board chair. I think he's gonna be on.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him.
He's going to be here today. That's why I'm here. So he's our board chair. He's been board chair from the beginning, and he has lupus. He actually got diagnosed when he was 16. So, and it's interesting, the majority of lupus patients are female, and also usually of like African American descent or Latino or Asian, and he's a white male. So it's interesting, but he's able to. Even the other day on the video shoot, I'm going to keep going back, he's able to talk to kids and say, oh, I was your age when I was diagnosed. Like, I know how this feels. And he's got that. He was a really good way of connecting with people.
The relatedness.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's huge. He's going to be on, matter of fact, I tweeted with him. Yeah. So he's going to get set up between the 20th or the 27th of this month, May. So.
Lupus Awareness Month.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why I love lupus.
Hey guys, I have a quick inquiry because all of you are well aware of lupus. I don't know if this is one of those internet spoofs or if it's reality, but is it true or is it a myth that maybe Michael Jackson might have had lupus? That's why he carried an umbrella.
That's true.
That is true.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, he actually attended a Lupus LA event when we honored his doctor, Dr. Metzger.
Yeah.
So we have like. He's really brief. He was there he came in and out. We have got pictures of him, and I'm a huge fan. So,
Me too.
So that's pretty, awesome. I mean, it kind of explains, I think, a lot about him and like why he wore one glove and, and the skin and all that stuff.
I got to say though, there's also a pattern, like I mentioned before. I really want to bring this awareness. Like he was a high achiever. You know what I mean? Like when you have a lot in your mind, a lot of responsibility, a lot going on, just again, like being a little bit more mellow and not having the landmark distinctions, I think help ease the body, mind, and soul. I actually want to bring up a few things that I'm up to. I'm up to doing a wellness day for next month, and that's part of bringing like the body, mind, and soul connection. We're going to be activating like just breathing patterns, because a lot of stress comes from like not even knowing how to breathe, seriously. I know that I've had that too in a stressful job before. I would hold my breath. And sometimes when I touch my mom or I'm with her, she's not breathing. Her body flow, she's tense. Like, so just being aware of these things are just little steps to getting closer to something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To an alleviating experience in the moment, in the now. So just bringing that awareness, I think, is what we're up to speaking about.
Yeah, that's great.
For sure. So connected, I see Lupus LA definitely connects with the community. So how's that? The relationship with the community, really?
I think it's good.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from the very first event that I ever attended, and then, just working more, volunteering more, and then even being asked to be a part of it where they were, offering a co-sponsorship. I'm like, oh my God, for Lupus LA? Heck yeah. I would love to do that. And just,
awesome.
I mean, it's a small office. I mean, I've been there before for our training and everything like that, but the people are amazing.
Yeah.
They're so friendly. And to deal with people that actually have it and that know what you go through on a daily basis and can understand, it just makes it, 10 times better. And then when you have people such as Megan that are so supportive, you know what I mean, of what you go through, it helps it. So being able to go in there, be with such a big company and have them, have your back is amazing. And all of the people there are amazing. I definitely miss Elise though.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I do too.
I want to share that with the community also, that Lupus LA, not only are they connected and intimate with the relationships, whatever level you guys are at, because you guys are doing major things with celebrities, but also like staying in touch with the community, which is fantastic. And I got to say though, they're very professional. Like you guys handle your stuff really well, like very organized, like beautifully done.
That's
I gotta
what we
say.
try to do.
Well, you're doing it. You don't try, you're doing it. You're making it happen.
Thanks.
Definitely. So we got a few minutes left. This is WDC Radio Community Outreach. So let's talk about what's going down on the 27th.
No, it's the 28th.
28th,
It's
I'm sorry,
Sunday.
28th,
It's this Sunday coming up, actually.
Yeah. So who wants to?
Well, how
who
many
wants to
times
drop
do you hear about a big organization such as Lupus LA that is going to participate in what we have is a lupus flash mob freeze? So we even have Lupus LA coming down.
Yeah.
We have
I've been
people from
practicing.
all
You
over.
been practicing?
Oh yeah. Seriously, I was practicing yesterday. I'm like,
I'm
what's
like
my
froze.
pose?
Like
You better be comfortable. You'll be
Remember,
minutes.
as long
I
as you
know.
remember, it's with your right hand.
Yeah, it's your right hand.
Right hand. Right
Right.
hand.
And
It's
your
right
whole
hand.
exactly.
And don't like make sure you practice that. Like don't go like this. Like have them all together and
Right.
like an L
Make an
shape.
L.
Shouts out to Matt Simpkins.
Yeah.
Yo,
What's the
seriously.
count,
Matt
Matt?
is
Where
an
you at, man? I thought you were gonna
amazing
call
guy.
in, Matt.
Yeah.
Hit me up on Twitter, Matt. Where you at, man?
Matt's the man. He's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
He's a great.
He's found an excellent way to bring all of the organizations together to kind of bring us on the same page, which we were all going in the same direction.
Right.
It was just through different avenues.
Different
He's
parallels.
he's brought us all together on the same page. He's like seriously heaven sent. So
Yeah.
How was that
pleased to-
with Matt coming to you? With all the different, because it's nonprofits are a business, and at the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah.
But how did Lupus LA take on that?
Matt.
Project Matt like that, just coming
Yeah.
up with that, like, oh yeah, we'll support that. Like,
Yeah.
what
Well,
did
he last year when I started at our event, the Orange Ball, which is coming up on May 9th.
Okay.
But last year, that was the first time I met him, and he's a volunteer for us.
Right.
And he's awesome. Like, he's one of our best volunteers. And so I already knew who he was, and then I saw, like, all the stuff he was doing and all this, like, tweeting and L hand sign, and then he gets, like, Chris Martin and Kelly Rowan, like, all this stuff. And I'm like, hey, this is awesome. So, I mean, we talk about him probably at least once a week because we're like, hey, did you see what he did on Instagram?
Exactly.
And, and I think it's important for us to, like, we're all on the same team. We all have the same goals. Like, we need to, like, hold hands together and do it together because I think that's the only way that we can really make a strong impact. Because I think individually we're not as strong as we are
Because
together.
it's all based for the community anyway.
Yeah.
We have a caller. Let's see what this is.
That's Matt. You know that's Matt.
You're live and what's the count?
WDC,
What's up?
What up, Matt?
Mate, you know I'm listening. I'm enjoying the show, man. I'm going to throw it out there and say this is the best WDC radio show yet.
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome.
It's only like the 6th or 7th one, man.
Like, first thanks to Lupus LA, Megan for being on board, and Diana and Kim just coming out with lots of great information and stuff. I was sitting back and enjoying the show. So,
we're gonna talk about you, man.
Yeah, definitely. To ask him to tell us.
So
Matt.
let the listeners know, man, about the 28th.
Okay, Sunday the 28th, we're going to be meeting at 11 o'clock at the Dolby Theatre at the Information Visitor Center, just hanging out for about 30 minutes, get everyone together. It'll be a good place to meet and greet. Lupus LA can introduce themselves to people as well as the House Foundation, give out your business cards. People can actually, meet on one-on-one and just hang out before the flash mob. And then we'll go over 11:45 next door at the Chinese Theatre outside the main gate. the doors, if you like. A whistle will go off at 12 noon, signaling the start of the flash mob freeze, where we hold our right hand up so it looks like an L from the front, like you guys all greatly demonstrated. And we're going to freeze for 3 minutes. This will be recorded, filmed, and then a whistle will go off signaling the end of the freeze. And then we'll go to California Pizza Kitchen for the after party supporting the Purple Rose Foundation. Just a good day of fun, and everybody, like you guys said, we're all on the same team and we all want lupus awareness. So this is going to spark other flash mobs across the country and around the world. So we're going to be in the first one, and if you participated or mentioned it, you'll get a mention at the end of the video, but there's talks of New York, Chicago, England, Miami. Everyone can do this, and yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm excited. So,
yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you, and keep up the great work. And I want to hear the end of the show, so you guys take care.
All right, thanks.
Bye, Matt.
So I want to mention just to the lupus community that on May 19th, which is a Sunday, from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock, we're going to have a Lupus Wellness Day. It's second annual Wellness Day. And again, Grassroots Mibrations is throwing it on. Mibrations has a therapy candle collection that does vegan candles with a wooden fire wick. And a wooden wick, and also coconut wax, which is very unique. And those proceeds go back to the lupus community with events like this, because I'm also an event planner. I'm just starting my own company, Mibrations, Grassroots. I'm making it legit. Yeah, so just doing it for the community, teaming up with House Foundation, went to their support group. Looms for Lupus, Purple Rose will be there, like their organizations. So we just want to spread awareness, definitely be there. The address will be 3610 Foothill Boulevard. It's in La Crescenta. It's at the Que Linda Boutique. And if you want to hit me up at Mibrations, go ahead and do so at Twitter or Instagram. Otherwise, it's Mibrations Therapy Candle Collection on the Facebook page. But yeah, we're making things happen for the community. I mean, there's a lot of events and we're just growing and expanding. Just definitely want to create that. And there's more information, obviously, to talk about on the pages. There's a lot more information than we can say here on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Kimberly, what do you want the world to know about lupus at the end of the day?
What I want the world to know about lupus would be what I wish someone would have told me when I was first diagnosed, which is it's not the end of the world, even though it really does seem like it. When someone tells you can't be in the sun, you can't go out as much, you can't just be with your family, just do normal things that are so normal. When someone tells you that you can't do them anymore, it feels like your life is over. Really, it really does. Yeah, but I just want you to know, or if anyone is out there listening that may think they have it or they have it and they just feel like, gosh, I'm at the end of my road, just be strong and know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I know because I was there. And I've probably said this a lot of times, but I already had a will. I had my whole death literally planned. It was planned, and I just knew that I was dying. I mean, I was like down, I weigh 150 now, but I was like down to almost 100 pounds. Like I was looking sickly, I was at the worst of the worst, even mentally. I was mentally just gone. So if I can be that far away and just out of it in the hospital, ER, 2 weeks at a time, every other month, and go through what I've gone through, I can tell you out there struggling with whatever type of pain or mental uncertainties that you have, that if you just stay positive, again, please know that I'm an open book. You can call me. I have my cell phone number on our Facebook page, on our up and coming website. I have all of that there. Just call, reach out. There is people that care. There are people that care, and I'm one of them. House Foundation has a support group, again, co-sponsored by Lupus LA. On the second Saturday of every month, we're here for you. We had an awesome support group the last time. Diana was there. She can attest for it. It was amazing. We have so many people there that care. And that support group, again, the second Saturday of every month at 10 a.m. It's at the Mercedes-Benz dealership in Ontario, which is actually really cool. That's another story. But the manager there, his sister, she has lupus. So, being there, just talking to him, and, they offer to allow us to use one of their conference rooms to have our support group. So we have that for people as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Lupus LA. Megan, for coming out. I really appreciate you making time for us and coming and sharing what Lupus LA is all about.
Yeah, check out lupusla.org.
Yeah.
Do we have a little bit? Just no?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. I just want. Can you do it in like a few seconds? Talk about the
documentary. It's called Soaring on Invisible Wings. Is a documentary by Jamari Perry. She has a USC film crew, awesome group that produced this film. They have recently been entered into the Cannes Film Festival in France.
Oh, wow.
So this film is going international. So lupus community, say, throw your L's up.
Right.
Because we're getting out there. It's going to be international, and our voice is going to be heard. And the video is amazing.
Yeah, it is. Amazing. It's so touching. And they're going to actually be at the flash mob freeze. Excuse me. Oh. So come meet us. Come, let's meet, mingle, let's hook up. Let's expand on this.
And you're going to be there too?
Oh, I'll be there. My husband was practicing last time too. He'll be there too.
Yeah, last night I was totally practicing. I'm like, which,
Well, again, thanks, Dinah, for coming on the show and hosting. And you'll be back.
Yeah, on the
May.
16th. Yeah. No, I don't know when, but
on
in May.
On the 6th of May.
6th? No, it's the 13th.
13th?
Yeah.
Which one?
Monday.
Monday?
Monday the 13th.
Right. She'll be back talking about her Wellness Day as well.
Yeah.
Kim, thank you again
Thank you for having me
on the show.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
Megan,
thank you so much. This is great.
Yeah.
My man Ness, thank you back there. I appreciate you.
Definitely, thank you.
Shouts out to Matt, man, for making this happen, man.
Yeah.
You're a true inspiration, man.
And Kimberly, let's not forget Kimberly Dansby from the Purple Rose Foundation. Yeah. She's amazing. Dude.
The whole lupus community.
All
man.
of us,
you guys
too.
on fire.
Yes, we are.
So I thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Helping out. So
excited.
Sunday
this week.
Sunday's a big day.
The L hand sign, right hand.
Right hand. Let's not forget that.
Throw your L's up. We got the song coming out.
Too. That's right. So
Kimberly dancing with the Purple Rose. They got the first lupus song. So.
Stay tuned. So, all right, this is WDC Radio. I appreciate you for tuning and listening in. The show is not over. I actually have a special guest going to be calling in, Hope Flood, a female comedian.
Oh.
She's going to be I'm going to be talking with her for a few minutes about an event that she's putting together.
Awesome.
As well. So she's going to be on at 12. So.
Oh, beautiful.
So I'm going to take a quick break and bring her live. But again, thank you all for listening and tuning in and for being here. And
thank you, Farron, and thank you, WDC. Keep being you, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. We got another 25 minutes, so stay tuned. WDC Radio. I got Hope Flood coming on, sharing some information for what she's doing in the community as well here in LA. So, be right back.
Young Connection, your one-stop connection for all your graphic design and commercial printing needs. Young Connection is a full-service printing and media design company dedicated to providing the highest level of customer service and satisfaction. Young Connection provides swift response and rapid turnaround services for banners, brochures, business cards, letterheads, church bulletins, funeral programs, flyers, logo design, posters, and much, much more, all at an affordable price. Young Connection, the official printing company of LA Talk Live. Give them a call at 310-491-3336. That's 310-491-3336, or visit their website at www.youngconnection.com. That's www.youngconnection.com. Young Connection Printing and Media Services, proud sponsors of LA Talk Live, where it's more than just talk.
Yeah, it's your boy Young Laps, Larry the Legend, hanging with my cousins. Hit me up on Twitter, Lap Say 4. Hit me up on Facebook, Larry Houston, like Miss Whitney. Rest in peace, though. Exclusive. LATalkLive.com, Mondays at 8. Hit them up on Ustream TV too, Mondays at 8. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasures, babe. LA Talk Live. Every more to talk. Whoa.
Hey, what's up? It's your girls, Forbidden Gems, inviting you to join us every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. sharp for the hottest, livest talk show, Forbidden Tuesdays.
Join us as we expose the new generation of love and dating and help y'all run the game right. Ladies beware, fellas bring out your notepads.
So don't forget to tune in to
Forbidden Tuesdays
exclusively on LATalkLive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV. This is
LA Talk Live,
and we are more than just talk.
You ready?
Welcome back to WDC Radio. I'm your host. I am WDC. I'm expecting my guest to call in any moment now. Hope Flood. I had the pleasure of meeting Hope Flood at a meeting a few weeks ago, and she's putting on a couple of events. One of them is for the female comics, and that'll be at Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center. It starts Tuesday the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th. They have the 26th, 27th. She's doing a celebrity basketball game event with Cat Williams also, who was here on LA Talk Live a few days ago. That's going to be at Cal State University Dominguez on Saturday. Saturday the 27th from 10 to 4 p.m. And I was going to have her come on the line and just have her talk about, women in comedy, how she's broken through that for the women in comedy. So shouts out to Hope Flood for doing that. Shouts out to Cat Williams too. I'm a little excited to meet Cat Williams too. So that's what we're going to be talking about in the next few minutes. As soon as she gets here on the line. Again, the Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center. The address is 1935 Manhattan Beach Boulevard, Redondo Beach. General admission, $35 in advance, $50 for VIP. For more information, 310-999-1659. Purchase online at femalecomedyconvention.com. And that's Hope Flood. And then on Saturday, Cat Williams and Friends. This is the 27th from 10 a.m. to 4. It's the LAPD versus Locke alumni. So you have the community out there balling it up. I'll be there. I have a sickle cell awareness booth there, so I'll be there sharing my information. And where's that? So Cal State University Dominguez is 1000 East Victoria Avenue. It's in Carson, 90745. Proceeds benefit the Nickel Hope and Club and City Lights. Let's see, gave me some information on there. So these are the flyers here. Cat Williams all over the front. So still no.
You can't call her.
No, I spoke to her. The person that's gonna put me in contact with her. Nothing yet. All right. You let me know. Well, you know what? Let's talk about some other stuff. we got 30 more. We got 20 minutes.
I can talk about something.
What do you got?
On May 9th, Lupus LA is having their biggest fundraising event of the year, the Orange Ball, hosted by Bob Saget, our friend from Full House.
What?
Right? I know, 90s kids. That's so weird.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
And then Jason Alexander is one of our honorees, so he's going to be there. It's going to be really fun.
And
Tony Braxton's singing too.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Where's that going to be at?
It's at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. And if you can't afford to come, like myself,
right,
you can volunteer.
Like I am.
Yep.
Where do I sign up? Where do I sign up, and how much are tickets? Give us the details.
Well, tickets are $500 per plate, but it's awesome, and it all obviously goes to a great cause. But if you want to be a part of the action and support Lupus LA, you can volunteer, and you can just email me mhatch@lupusla.org, or you can call us 310-657-5667. It's going to be really fun. And we'll be there. You can really be there.
Since you're here, I wanted to elaborate more on the mental health conversation, because that's another one that's important to me. And as Kimberly described, being depressed, like I was depressed for 2 years from my exertion injury from sickle cell trait, and just I bought all the negative. Like I bought it all. Like there was nothing left on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
No positive anywhere. Mm-hmm. And it took the Lamar education to help separate the story and the reality of what I was dealing with.
Right.
And I had you hear about the vicious circle, you hear about all those kind of conversations, and it shows up, but then if you don't practice it, if you don't not aware of it,
and see
it's not there, and see the signs, it's difficult.
Yeah.
And so by understanding, like I said, the story and the reality and separating those two, I was able to come out of it. But it's still a challenge because the reality, and, the reality of it is, understanding what you're dealing with.
Well, it's also when, like Kimberly was saying, and I get it, like when you were used to doing regular things, like even sitting down here, crossing your legs. I know, like with my mom, we go to a movie theater. She can't be too long sitting down with her legs bent because it hurts. So of course you're going to be depressed because you're living a different life experience that one, you were learning about, and then two, the majority of the people out in the world don't really know about.
Yeah.
And so that depression, that mindset it's a tug and pull, I would say. I mean, I don't know how to. You tell us more.
I know my stress relief was basketball. Like my whole military career, like if I had any issues, I could go on the court, leave it all on the net, leave it all on the floor. And then when that was taken away with my injury, and then the arthritis kicked in, and I couldn't move around like I used to, it was like, what am I gonna like? Then I had no outlet. It's like, what? I can't go to the gym. What am I gonna do? And then sitting in the next thing I know, I'm in the room, and there's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't been asleep, and I recognize, then I look out, and it's 8 o'clock at night, and I still haven't been asleep, and it's dark now, and it's like, what am I gonna do? And I just, like I said, all the internal, the mind is the mental state. It's worse. So
they ask you sometimes. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But they ask you which is worse, the pain or the mental?
Man,
it's the mental, right?
I'll take the pain any day.
If you don't know, you would think the pain would be, but it is the mental because it can drive you crazy. Like it's just something that it's hard to explain, but once you're there and you've been there, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
But with prayer,
spirituality,
prayer
definitely
helps.
That was another one that really kicked in.
And I'm very thankful. At University of Laverne, I just graduated not too long ago with my bachelor's. But
congrats!
Congratulations.
I took a Buddhism class. It was a religion class, but Buddhism taught you how to meditate, how to specifically meditate, how to do it right, and that is amazing. Meditating is something because it teaches you how to breathe.
Yes.
And it reminds you to be mindful of the present moment and of everything that you're doing, and sometimes to even detach yourself. You learn how to detach yourself from that pain, from that depression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you learn how to even detach yourself from people that might be negative or bringing you down, and just not let things affect you so much.
Yeah.
Right.
What I had to do is I had to realize that I can't play 5-on-5 anymore, but I can still walk in the gym and smell the sweat on the floor and squeak my shoes.
What's your passion, you know,
and do all that, and then maybe shoot around, and maybe just do that up until I can get my, joints back into shape, get back in shape to play.
Yeah.
Just finding whatever it is that you like, and finding alternatives. Like I'm bringing that option for people. It's just different modalities. And when you start talking about spirituality, that's huge. I'm big on that because when you're connected, when your soul is connected to your body and to your mental mind, you are aligned, there's lightness to it. There's like a light, when you talk about soul or any kind of like spirituality, what I envision is like light and purity and like vibration of heightened vibration, like something that just feels so comfortable and like loving. It's like love is the ultimate frequency on this planet Earth. So we definitely want to bring back the love and the light onto the lupus community and humanity to really, again, be aware be conscious of these breathing techniques, of our heart access, of our heart chakras, of just, again, aligning ourselves. I feel like we've been in duality for so long that there's actually a major shift on humanity. And I think again, with lupus, it's a huge part of that as well. It's dealing it on a more intricate level, obviously, but little by little, I think we start getting connected back into that truth, the core, the natural, the organic. Then we'll be a little bit
we're all
better.
related. We're human beings. We're all related
exactly,
at the end of the day anyway.
Exactly.
We just different experiences.
Right.
Just
right.
how we react to the experience.
Right.
That's real talk.
It's pretty
So
much.
so what do you do now? You said a little bit of meditation, Buddha, what else do you do?
Well,
PlayStation 3.
Right.
That works.
A wine, if you can. I don't know if you're
I
able
don't
to.
even
But
have time for PlayStation, but just family. The House Foundation has given me a lot because I'm able to help people and helping people. Like I'm passionate about that. Working in retail, I was always working with people, and I enjoyed that. That was, and then when my doctor told me, nope, can't work anymore, it was like, what? Like most people would think, yay, I don't have to work anymore. Me, I was like, well, what am I going to do with my life?
Right.
Like I don't have a life anymore. But now getting into the foundation and working with people on a constant basis, it's like amazing.
Okay. Well, let me see. This may be my guest here. See, you're live at What's the Count?
This is your guest here.
Hey!
Beautiful voice.
Hi.
I am so sorry. You know how when stuff is happening and everything is at the last minute?
Exactly.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. You're here now. That's all that matters.
Yes. Thank you very much.
So please introduce yourself to the listeners, please.
I am comedian Hope Flood, and I'm the founder of the Females in Comedy Association, and we are doing a Females in Comedy convention this week. And It's a lot of work.
No doubt.
Still going on, huh?
Oh my goodness. I ain't even washed my clothes, okay, and pack my bag so I can get to the hotel and check in. If they start tomorrow at 11, I'm still putting out fires, okay? Oh my God.
So what had you bring all these women together this week coming up?
It was time. I mean, in my 25 years of doing comedy, I just saw that there were a lot of things that the female comedians were not getting. And we weren't getting recognition like our men. We weren't getting, we just weren't getting the things that the men get.
Right.
And so for that, I decided to create a group on Facebook called Females in Comedy Association, FICA. And then the girls, like over 600 girls in our group from all over the world. And what we do is share and talk about things in the in our comedy community,
right,
and network and figure out how we're going to be relevant, stay relevant, and get to the next level. And so from there I created the Females in Comedy Convention, and we did the first one last year here in Los Angeles, and it's coming up again tomorrow.
Right.
And so it's April 23rd through the 28th. I'm doing a tribute to my girlfriend who played Ondell on the Parkers. She died late last year of cervical cancer at 48,
Right.
and her last wish is that we would celebrate her life, and so that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to celebrate her life.
Wow.
And so those are the things that I'm doing. We have workshops and seminars all day for all female comedians. And then we have showcases at night at all the top comedy clubs. Tuesday we'll be at the Comedy Union on Pico. Wednesday we'll be at the Palms Bar.
Yeah, you're like
Thursday
all
we'll
over
be
the
at
city.
Flappers. Yes. We'll be at Flappers in Burbank. And Friday and Saturday we'll be at the J Spot. So that's what's happening right now.
Now, when
That is what's going on.
when you bring out your female comedians together, like what do you care about in the community? Like what are you gonna be representing?
I care about women. I care about women and the young girls on a whole. I care about us being treated fairly, us getting what we are rightfully due. With the girls in the community, my nonprofit organization, the Nickel of Hope, it's a mentoring program for at-risk girls. And the reason is I believe wholeheartedly if the females, if the girls get ourselves together, then the boys have to follow. Because in reality, we drag the boys. We drag the men. We drag the boys, whatever. And I say that because a boy, when you with a boy, he'll grind with you all day long. It's the woman who takes it to the next level. And the next thing he know, he down the aisle talking about I do and got 2 kids and in a house in a garage with a dog and didn't even realize it.
Right.
Because we dictate those things. And so I want to, just coming up and growing up in South Central LA, I just wanted to impart some wisdom to the girls and try to help them to realize that their value and that, you can get to the other side. You don't have to be on welfare. You don't have to be pregnant. You could be a lawyer. You could be a doctor. You could do and be whatever you want to be. And so those are the things. And so I'm an advocate for women, period.
Thank you.
Let me just say that.
Now, also, you're working with Cat Williams, another classy guy. He was here on LA Talk Live a few days ago. So what about the celebrity comedy hoop jam you have coming up on Saturday?
I am postponing the hoop jam because the venue double booked and did not tell me.
Oh.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Sometimes
No,
those
I'm
things
not
happen.
kidding you. It just happened.
Wow.
That's the stress I'm under right now.
Oh,
Those are the
wow.
fires I'm trying to put out. The original venue I was going to do it at, I wanted to go back to that venue, and they just booked it last week. So I'm going to have to postpone the basketball game.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely be in contact with you to make sure we get that out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get that word out.
And that's one of the fires I'm putting out right now because I got to, people, stuff's out there,
Yeah.
whatever. And so,
Life
we're
happens.
just going to postpone it. It's all good. Things happen.
Now,
Everything is in divine order. Everything is in divine order.
At these different showcases, are you going to be at each one of them each night?
Absolutely. We have celebrity hosts each night. Tomorrow night at the Comedy Union is my girl Kim Whitley. She's got a new reality show on the Oprah Winfrey Network called Raising Whitley, and she adopted this beautiful little boy, and it's about her trying to be a mom and raising this little boy, and that's there, and I'll be there. And Thursday we'll be at the Palms Bar with my girl Flay Monroe, and Thursday we'll be at Flappers in Burbank, hosted by Dominique. You can hear on the Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Right.
That's a 7:30 show, and then our 10:30 show there's with Tiffany Haddish, and she's on the Real of Hollywood show with Kevin Hart.
Right.
She's a Chase commercial. And then Friday and Saturday we'll be at the J Spot. So yeah, I'll be at every single show.
Okay. Anything you want the listeners to know about coming out? Anything particular?
No, just if they want to check out everything that we got going to femalesincomedyconvention.com.
Right.
They can check me out at hopeflood.com. And since we're moving back the basketball game, people got it ended up turning into almost like a talent show. I had so much halftime entertainment, but you know what? It made me realize, Farron, that the kids don't have an outlet anymore. They don't do talent shows. They have nowhere to display their talent.
Exactly. Well, we definitely get to bring
What happened to the talent shows? Remember, they used to do the talent shows. I used to do them all the time in school, and nobody's doing that anymore. Yeah. So the kids really have nowhere to go and perform.
Well, we will make that happen.
Yes.
That's something. That's obviously something that's missing in the community. So that's something that yourself, myself, City Lights, we can all come together and for a cause.
And do. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I know you're under a lot of stress, so I want to let you go and take care of your business and get ready. I really appreciate you coming on the show, and I was hoping you could be here live and in color with me, but I really appreciate you calling in and taking time.
Next time, I'm in Monrovia right now, and I'm still trying to get some things together. So
no, I understand.
I was like, I can't come, but I can call.
No, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Okay, we'll be in touch about what we got going, okay?
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, man.
That's Hope Flood. Thank you. All right, we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank LA Talk Live for allowing me to have an extra 25 minutes here,
Thanks,
so
Ness, thanks.
Being a new guy here on the station, I really appreciate that. Ness, thank you back there for helping me out. And again, thank you, lovely ladies, for coming on the show and helping me share the awareness about lupus. And we'll be back, for sure. You'll be back, too. We got some more conversations.
Yeah, for
sure.
Can't wait.
How's fun. And you, too, and your mom. We got to get your mom out.
Dude, my mom, man. I was trying to get Kimberly Dansby to talk to her, and, she's going through that tough stage that I'm just learning. You're all helping me connect with her during this phase that she's going through right now. It's just pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, real talk.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Way better than Adam. I'll get Adam next time. Don't worry about that.
No, we're glad you're here today.
Yeah, no, this was awesome.
Thank you.
I'll come back too if you
like. Of course. Right. This is WDC Radio. I'm your host. I'm WDC. I really appreciate you sticking with me those last 25 minutes. I'll be back next Monday. Powerful show next Monday as well. So I have E-Scoop Entertainment going to be here and sharing what they're up to in the community, bringing some entertainment online, so entertainment news. So we got that coming up next week and some more sickle cell conversation. That's what I'm about. So I'll be back next week, 11 o'clock a.m. Oh, man, you going to play that? That's my song. 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. LA Talk Live, WDC Radio, iTunes Radio under R&B, TuneIn Radio. We'll be on YouTube, Ustream. Just check us out. Google WDC Radio, Real Talk, LA Talk Live, Reality Radio. All right, thank you. I appreciate your time.
Tears on the mausoleum floor, blood stains the Coliseum doors, lies on the lips of a priest, Thanksgiving disguised as a feast, rolling in the Rolls Royce Caniche, only the doctors got this, I'm hiding from police, cocaine seats, all white like I got the whole thing bleached, drug dealer chic, I'm wondering if a thug's prayers reach, it's pious, God loves pious, Socrates asks who's biased, we are seek. Off Plato, screech. I'm out here balling, I know you hear my sneaks. Jesus was a carpenter, Yeezy, laid look at the hell about your seats. Preach.
Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? We can make it out alive. Alright. No church in a while.
Reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. You're tuned in to LA Talk Live, where we're more than just talk.